Hey folks, Farmer Marshall. I just want to do a real quick review for you of my Bluetti BB70S. Had this for a few months, and I've been kind of running it through this testing phase. They say you should always make sure you know your equipment. So the best way to know is try it out before you actually before you actually use it. So, do a quick review for you. It has, I know some people hate this, but flashlight. But my thing is, I always say, if power goes out, what's the first thing you look for? Flashlight. It also has 4 NEC plugs. It take plugs to just take 2, or the 3 call plugs. Also has a serial light plug. So you can plug in anything here that will up cigarette wire. Is 2 8mm plugs and 2 USB plugs and 2 USB-C plugs, all 100 watts. And the thing is, the light was about to go off right there. Each section has its own button. So the light has its own button here. The plugs has its own button here. And this over here, and it's 2 alpha. So you don't have to worry about if it's walking up and putting your finger into the plug there, if all that's on. It also has, and I love this feature. Let me say, well, once you get a new phone, while I was charging, it sets your phone right up here, charge it right up. Unfortunately, my phone is old, but it does take videos. So what else comes in the box? It comes with set of MC4 connectors, a college, and this is for it. MC4 8mm, plug this into your charge port, plug this into solar panels, you're good to go. You also plug into your car. Just plug this in here, plug it into your car, and plug this. It should enable you plug on here. And just in case, you can plug was to off a little power brick. And this charge it right up. Most ways of charging multiple charges that they work between 4 to 6 hours. Whether you're using the plug, whether you're using the solar panels. But when you do this, the card, it might take 6 to 8 hours. Still not a bad charge. So let's take a minute and see what this actually does. Oh, and if you want to, 2 days, I forget. It's a LiPo battery, so it takes 25-minute charges before it drops down to 80% capacity. Also, it's a 12 pounds, so it's not super heavy. And your little your lights here, it shows bars, 5 bars, 20% each, so you know how much power you have left. It also shows you how much power you're bringing in, and it also shows how much power you're putting out. Would be nice if they did like percentages there. They showed you a percentage of how much power you got left. Let's say 67% instead of the bars was based indicate between 60 and 80, or 20 and 40, whichever. Would also be nice if they added one other feature where it would show you a percentage or how many hours your item that you have plugged in can run. I've seen that on a couple other batteries. So just something Bluetti might want to consider. So let's play around a little bit. Instead of just talking about it, let's see what it does. This here is a simple blow up thing that I guess people use for mattresses. And I think that's what we have this for. These are blow up mattresses. Or maybe when someone adapting needs to blow up a car tire. Or a mustard tire. So play it in. And or survival. That's it. So for about 42 watts. Basically, you can run this for, 16, 18 hours. Not to do wood. Let's see what else to pump. Electricity goes out, your power goes out. We're not letting you let it rent. Go for it. As I go warmer, obviously some pull more power. Looks like it's pulling about 139, 142, somewhere around there. Of course, they'll pull less as you go lower. So you can run this electric light several hours during the night. But suppose it's not that, but it's cold. Or suppose it's not cold, but it's hot. You can plug in your fan. Let's see it bucks. Right now, our lowest cooling lights its watts. It's well, a bunch stopped it out. Let's we get the heat on the high side about 30 watts. So, when the red hot evening, power goes out, have something to keep your cleats well washed. Let's say, and this is a question I see lots of people ask, what can I cook? Or if I used to cook, would it run my pot? Or would the raw skillet? The answer will be, wait. This little guy here is cooling 500 to 80 watts. Not the best use of your power. Your power might be out for a long period of time. But if you got to cook a meal, you can cook some burger. This isn't huge. You can cook some burger the weather with this. Now, could you hear the fan going? Sometimes when it's running, the fan will shut off. Now that's said, when that's just not just on cook a bird, we want to cook slow cooking meat, kind of be more substantial. Cross butter. Turn it light. See what's pulling. I know about 190 watts, so it could run, 4 hours. I'm not sure what you want to cook or how long it's going to take to cook, but you can run it for about 4 hours. But best suggestion, if the power goes out and it's a major power outlet, drop the setting. Maybe you should just cover the wire to give rope. That's not bad. Of course, they do have higher power dilators, but in a emergency situation, always consider how much power you want to use doing what. Full, electric blanket, and brake. Have a 1500 watt heater. Why they ask, what's going to happen? Should that be? It basically said no. Nah, it's not going to do that. They say it's bad from a Marshall. So, some people tell, emergency or not, we gotta have a coffee. So let's try a basic old coffee. Fan came on, doesn't always come on. It really depends on how long it's still running, what type of power load you put in there. We definitely want to overheat. Now this coffee maker is full 860 watts. If one up to 819 watts to 4. It seems like it's holding us all, which is a good thing, because it's not saying, hey, they can do watts, I'm done, I can't do anything. And it's still on. Hot. So we know it's working. So you might be able to put the soil, heat some coffee up, or heat some water up, do whatever you're going to do with coffee maker. And up. Then what? This stuff. So maybe you won't be able to. But let's tighten by the coffee. What else is going to happen? Oh. Something I've heard people complain about. And for me, it's a non-complaint. When we charge it from the power brick, should you hear that fan? It's not loud to me. And I hear very well. I can hear, obviously, what if I was sleeping, wouldn't bother me. So, unless you're super sensitive about any noise, you shouldn't have a problem. Oh. One thing I forgot to do this. Yeah. Like I said, car goes out, what they need. It is light. I saw it. Just a regular light bulb. Actually, one of those regular energy efficient light bulbs. It's full 16 watts. You're going to have like the days. Of course, you probably not going to run at night. But hey, emergency situation, you have a light. You probably have several, especially if you could have whether it's extension cords, because that for a place, you put them like that long, that long, this roll, that roll there. Won't matter. Just plug it in and it'll be can't. But don't waste your power. Not in the loads. So wrong. I love this generator or this battery. After get out of the habit of calling generator, because generally still power. It takes in power and it releases power. So I got this from Amazon, $530, which is strange because the Bluetti EB70, the predecessor to this, has 700 watts an hour, and they were selling it for $600. So I got this some $70 cheaper, and so far I've been thrilled, more than satisfied. I've had several uses for it. One time recently, my power went out, and I work from home. So I just started grabbing my generator and other things I needed. I plugged in my computer. I plugged in my router. And I just kept on working. I missed maybe 15 minutes trying to figure out why my power was out itself. But overall, I give it a grade 8. So, hope you enjoyed the review. Give me a thumbs up. And please like and subscribe.